Hey everybody, welcome back to Thicker Liquor. My name is John and I am with Rick from Siblings React and Drink.
Hello.
And today we're going to try what I consider 3 great bourbons for under $25.
That's why I'm here. Under 25 bucks.
Let's get into it. So, Rick, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
I was at the store and I was thinking like I want to do a video, whatever the case is, and I wanted to do a video about the best under $25 bourbons, and not like the $16, $15 ones.
Right.
There's some that are very cheap. Maybe we'll do a video on that. These are like what I consider respectable. Actually, these are what I would consider surprisingly are only in the $22, $23 range.
I like the price range.
You heard of Wild Turkey. We have Wild Turkey bourbon, not the 101, just a straight Wild Turkey bourbon.
I had both. Yeah, I had this one before. I had the Four Roses too.
And we have the regular Four Roses bourbon, not the small batch or anything, because they do have a small batch, so they have that. This is just the regular 80 proof. This is 80 proof. And then we have this, which I have not tried. Evan Williams, 1783 small batch, expertly crafted, extra aged in white oak. You know what all that means?
It's gonna taste good, I hope.
I hope so too, 'cause I don't know what any of that means. But
I've never had this one before.
Evan Williams, and when we talk about like $13 bourbons, Evan Williams is usually at the bottom shelf with all of those other ones.
Okay.
So it's interesting that they even have a bourbon that's over 20 bucks. So I was like super curious to try. It's usually like, I'm not trying to bash them, but it's cheapy bourbon. You know what I mean? You can get a jug of regular Evan Williams bourbon for $18 or $21. All right, we're gonna start off with the Four Roses straight, and these are all straight Kentucky bourbons. They're all Kentucky. It's not like how we got bourbons being made all over the United States now.
Right, real authentic.
Authentic, straight from Kentucky bourbons. Let's check them out. First one we got here is Four Roses bourbon, straight Kentucky whiskey. So let me read you the love story that comes with it. That's what it says. This is the legend of the Four Roses. Paul James Jr., the founder of the Four Roses, became smitten by a beautiful Southern belle. He sent the proposal to her, and she replied that if her answer was to be yes, she would wear a corsage of roses on her gown to the upcoming grand ball. How many grand balls have you been to in your lifetime?
0, probably.
0 for me too. When she showed up at the night of the grand ball in her beautiful gown, she had wore a corsage of 4 red roses. He later named the bourbon Four Roses as a symbol of his devout passion for the lovely belle.
Well, good thing she was lover of the drama, but we got a bourbon out of it.
Yeah, good thing he knew how to make bourbon.
Yes.
Or else that story wouldn't have left the high school. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's get a couple glasses on here. We'll test this one out right now.
Sounds good.
All right, we got a couple glasses. Yeah, this was one of my preferred. A friend of mine, Bill, kind of like, you know, turned me on to this stuff, and he's like, "Hey, this is a really good bourbon, good value, $20-something.
Can beat that.
Can't really beat it. I mean, price of booze and stuff." So, what do you smell on this thing? Doesn't burn your nose.
No, it's got a good aroma.
Man, that is tasty. It's got the right amount of bite.
I don't know if I smelled caramel or something, or...
And me too. Something sweet like that.
Yes. And what's the proof on this one?
80 proof, which gives you obviously an idea that it's going to be on the smoother side of things. Again, one of the best under $25 bottles that you can get, and it does not have a reputation of a shitty bourbon. Now we're going to do Wild Turkey. Now, more commonly, you see the Wild Turkey 101.
101, right.
This is actually a little harder to get, and I don't know why. Maybe it's not as popular. but it's just a regular Wild Turkey. And there's really not a big price difference between this and the 101. A couple of dollars. So you get more alcohol and you get drunk more from the 101. I've seen that in more dorms and things of that nature and stuff, like college parties and stuff like you were saying. I remember getting a hangover from Turkey 101, but this is just a regular straight Kentucky bourbon. And there's a story behind this one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, story about Wild Turkey. I'd like to hear that.
Expertly crafted by Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Famer Eddie Russell. Wild Turkey stands above every other whiskey claimed by Wild Turkey. That they age their bourbons longer, up to 5 to 8 years, in 4 alligator charred American oak barrels. Sure, it takes time, but it's a cut above. And the alligator charred, it's like when the wood is like the squares, it looks like the back of the alligators. Yeah, okay. So then they do it. I think they just got to char them deeper, so you get more robust flavor. And the flavors associated with this are notes of sweet vanilla, pear, hints of spice. Wild Turkey finishes with a flavor that is full and rich. So sweet vanilla, pear, and hints of spice.
Okay.
So that's what we should be smelling. And again, this is an iconic drink.
The first time I had a shot of whiskey by itself, I mean, I had mixed whiskey drinks, rum and,
Jack and Coke and Coke, that's a big
stuff
one.
like that. But the first time I had a straight shot, it was Wild Turkey.
Where was that?
In Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that.
Man.
And you're like, what's this?
Yeah, I think a couple of them, 2 or 3, and we were already.
Somebody suggested Wild Turkey. You're like, yeah, I'll down that. Whatever.
Yeah, a buddy of mine. Yeah, he introduced me to Wild Turkey.
And here it is, standing alone. That was probably the 101 back then too.
Yeah,
because that seemed more popular. All right, let's see.
We're having shots of that.
Vanilla, pear, and so you should see some or smell some fruity stuff, aftertones there.
I don't remember the fruity stuff, but we'll see now. I have a more refined palate.
Very similar. It's got a little more bite, but very similar to the Four Roses too.
I like it though. I like it. It's very tasty.
Yeah, you like rye too, so anything that's got a little bit more kick, and that's great. And Wild Turkey, it has that, and and what gives it a little bit more bite is it's just been in those barrels a little longer. It's aged a little
5 to 8 years. What is it normally?
Bourbon's got to be aged at least 2 years. So you think a lot of distillers are probably pulling it early. They got to pay for the real estate and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So far, I'm liking this one.
All right. Well, now we're gonna move on to the big dog, the small batch, Evan Williams, 1783. That's an important date, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Okay. There's a story behind Evan Williams. Everybody should know. All right. Evan Williams earned the title of Kentucky's first distiller in 1783 when he began his distillery on the banks of the Ohio River. Today, that pioneering heritage is honored in the crafting of this special small batch bourbon. The result is a genuine classic, smooth, rich, according to its name.
So this is a blend?
This is a blend.
Okay.
Okay. Extra aged in white oak. Don't really know what that means. But it is 90 proof. But look at the color on this. This is amazing color. It is like caramel color.
A little darker, way darker than Wild Turkey for sure.
Darker than that. If we put all 3 bottles together, you can kind of see that this is dark. This is the darkest, less dark, and then that one. Although that one has a little bit more kick. So the color doesn't really say it, so far. This will have a little more kick. This is 90 proof, unless it's like super smooth. So I have yet to try it. $22, I believe.
This was 80 proof?
Yes.
This was?
80 proof.
80? Okay, this is 90.
90.
For $22. Okay.
These are all about $22, $23. All right, so you getting anything out of this smell-wise?
Does it say anything or?
Man, that's pretty caramely.
Yes.
You can get a bottle of Jim Beam for 15 bucks. You know, you can get a bottle of Clark and Sheffield for, you know, $13, and you can get Evan Williams for like 13 bucks. But now they're upping their game with this this game, 1783. And 1783 is actually 9 years before Kentucky even became a state.
9 years before.
Because they became a state in 1792, like the bourbon 1792. Little trivia fact for you guys out there: 1792,
Perfect.
the year Kentucky joined the, got on board, so to speak.
The Union.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Let's see what this is all about.
Let's see.
Man, the smell I can't get over. Oh wow. Evan Williams has really upped their game. It not only has
Not bad for 90 proof. Yeah.
for 90 proof, the taste.
It keeps on going.
That is very good. To me, this is my favorite one of these three for sure. It's got the most taste, and it has the bite of this, and it has the taste of this.
I'm not too sure. Can I try some more?
Yeah. Which one you want to try?
This one,
This
of
one a little
course.
bit.
The one in question right now.
Expertly crafted. Let's give this one another little try. Hey man, for real, this is really good. Evan Williams, small batch. What a nice looking bottle. They really upped their game, and I would totally buy that for $22.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Salute.
Man, that is very smooth. No joke. Very smooth, very tasty. I can't say enough. I can't say enough. I really do. First time trying it. That one's going up in the recommendations for sure. And the price range. You know what I mean? You're not. This is not a $50 bottle.
Right.
It's 22 bucks.
Affordable and excellent.
All right, we got a new one in the mix. Let me know if
Thumbs
you
up.
guys ever tried any of these three, and which one's your favorite, or if you got another comparable $22 bourbon that you think would compete with these three right here. These are my top $22, $23 bourbons of 2022, and so far this guy of 2023 is going to be this guy on the list. I'm going to keep shopping around trying to find other bourbons in this price range that do it.
Don't be shy. Let us know in the comments. Have you had this? Is there something else you drink that you think is better? Let us know. We'll try it.
We'll try it for sure.
We'd love to try new bourbons.
Or anything else you got. And don't forget to visit Rick at Siblings React and Drink. Him and Janice over there. It's funny.
We're reacting to Game of Thrones right now. We're reacting to The Last of Us and a few other stuff.
And he's over here sharing up on some of this delicious bourbon. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. Hope you saved some money by picking out these wonderful bourbons. I'll catch you next time. Thanks again, Rick. Catch you next time
for having me.
on Thicker Liquor.
Goodbye.
Go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, 'cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain.